Hey guys, obviously I'm not here today, and so I wanted to briefly go through your homework and a quick review of the lesson. I'm going to post this on RenWeb also, so you can, not the video, but just the notes, so you can go back and look at some of the things, maybe if I go too fast. Also, a lot of the theorems and stuff that we look at will be in your notes. So your homework last night, 8, 9, 10, 11, yes, yes, no, and then yes. So yes, yes, no, yes, 8, 9, 10, 11. 9 and 10 actually both are congruent. We talked about this yesterday. If the shapes are congruent, then they are also similar. Okay. Notice for 8, they didn't give you any sides, and so what you are looking for is just knowing that because they're congruent, they're similar. Okay, the ratio of congruent shapes is a ratio of 1 to 1. Every side is going to match up, so that works out nice. 10, a simple thing, all you need to look at really quick is this angle right here and this one right here. Okay, they're not the same. Okay, you could look at the other angles, but you can look at the green ones, right? That one and this one, they're not the same, and so you can stop right there. Okay. Number 11 is when they really are kind of checking you on and just make sure you're doing your work. But we said in class yesterday that what you can do is put all of one shape on top. So we can do 2, 4, and 3, and those should compare to your other shape, which would be, what you want to do is make sure the 2 matches up with the 5 and 1/3. Notice those are the ones between the 2 congruent sides. So 5.333, okay, as compared to the largest side would be the 10 and 2/3, 0.666, repeating, and then you have obviously the last one of 8. Okay, I'll space these out a little better on top there. Okay, so those are our fractions. So let me put some bars in there for you guys. Those are your answers. Okay. Those all do reduce to the same thing, and again, easiest one to look at for that part would be the 3/8, right? So those are all equal. Okay, the angles are equal, and the third angle N is congruent to C. A while back we learned that if you have 2 angles congruent, the third one has to be. So 8 through 11, yes, yes, no, yes. Okay. These ones, there's a lot of instructions, okay, and I'm happy to go over them maybe when I get back and go over a little more detail, but I wanted to take 16. Hopefully you can see the triangles there. Let me get a triangle here for us, and this won't be a perfect picture, but you'll get the idea hopefully from it. Okay, notice those are your 2 triangles, and I'll flip this over for us so it looks better. Okay, so you get the idea here. There's 2 triangles, and so what you're comparing is, you know, the sides of this one to the sides of this one. Well, the tricky part then that you're looking at is that this side here is going to be x plus 2 plus 10. Okay, that's that big side there. Okay, and then this one on the other side, if I just grab this one is x minus 1 plus 6.25. Okay, and you can combine those. Obviously that would make a lot more sense if you didn't have the decimals in there. The small one is just exactly what you have on this picture here. It's 10 and 6.25. Okay, so what we're going to do is, again, just set up our fractions. So I'm going to combine my terms and make it hopefully a little simpler, but think of this one, we'll say this is here, we'll do this, sorry, we'll make this one red. So this is our red triangle, okay, and this one was our blue. So we're going to have 10 and then 6.25, and we'll change all this to red. So this is our red one. Okay, and then below that is our other triangle. So what matches up with the 10 here is the x plus 12, and hopefully you're okay, x plus 12, right? And I just combine my like terms there. And then my other one here is x plus 5.25. Okay, and from there, again, I'm just going to stop there. I think that's the key that I'm hoping to get across for that one, but you're going to cross multiply and solve from there. Okay, you should get some the answers they have over here. So for solving for BC, you're just plugging in for x. Okay, so you would find x, plug it in for BC, and then for finding ED, yeah, it's plugging in for x there. So that should be pretty easy. Okay, and your scale factor, once you get one of those sides, you're just going to plug it in and compare the whole thing there to the other one. Okay. Again, happy to go through those maybe when I get back. That was just a brief note. Okay. 37 through 41, always, always, sometimes, sometimes, always. Again, this will be on RunWeb. I know I'm going pretty quick, so but you can check those out. Always, always, sometimes, always, sometimes, sometimes, always. And we'll review those also, just to make sure I didn't miss any there. Oh, it's right here. Okay, I also pasted this one in here. Sorry about that. So this is the answer for here. What you're doing, if you notice, this one's, again, pretty helpful to see, but what we're going to do is this one should equal this one, right? Those are the same angle. They're both 3, and then this one should equal this one. That's how you're finding those. On the other shape, really simple. This is 30. This is 30. Okay. Y, you got to be careful here is the top one, and this is the top one, not the 80. So you're just kind of solving from there, but that's pretty straightforward. So yeah, that was out of order there, so I'll move this. Okay. I know that's really quick. Okay, if you have questions, we'll go over them tomorrow. Turn that in, and I'll have my TA be gracious on grading those. But so 7.3 in your notes. What we're doing is taking the specifics of what we learned yesterday and applying them to specifically triangles. We'll learn some shortcuts with triangles, which you guys always want to have some shortcuts. So okay, so 7.3 again, identifying similar triangles. Okay, and you just have some postulates and theorems. Okay, now again, I'm not going to have enough time for you guys to copy down all of these, so you have to look to your book after I'm done. So just try to listen right now, take this in a little bit. But if two angles of one triangle are congruent to two angles of another triangle, then they're similar. Okay, so I have one pair here. What I would need is then one other pair. So there's again one pair there, and then we'd have some other pair. Okay, this one is congruent to this one. Sorry, that's really bad. But those are congruent. Okay, if you have that, instead of having to show that all the sides are proportional, all the angles are congruent. If you know just this, two sides or two angles, it's called angle-angle similarity. Okay, then you know that the triangles are similar. Okay, so you're looking for two congruent angles. If I went back to some of those problems from your homework really quick, I can zoom up here. Maybe something like this. Okay, all the work we did here, we wouldn't have to do anymore. Okay, because we knew there's this angle on this end, and then this one and this one, and so you would actually know those are similar. It's a nice time saver. Okay. Next one, just an example to look at. You can see here this triangle similar to this triangle. Couple things to point out maybe from last semester helpful. You have alternate interior angles if these lines are parallel. You can show that these two triangles are similar. Okay. Also, don't forget we have a nice bow tie here, so vertical angles are congruent. So those two triangles are similar by that. Okay. The next one is side, 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 and maybe they don't give you any angles, but they just talk about the sides. So this one you'd still have to do some work with the math. Again, if I went back to that previous problem I was just looking at there, you would only be doing this part over here, and you wouldn't be worried about the angles at all. Okay, so so here again we're going to match up the sides that we have. Okay, and you would just be showing again this is the one and you have to do the work. You have to set up your fractions for this triangle and for this one. Okay, try to be organized as best as you can for those, like we did in class. You know, this is the blue one, okay, and this is the red one. And just do all the blues on top, all the red's on the bottom. Okay, so red goes down here. And blue goes up here. Okay, and you set up your fractions and see if they're equal to each other. So again, another time saver, not having to worry about the angles so much. And then you have the combo pack, okay, side, angle, side. All right, and side, angle, side, two corresponding sides, and then the included angle. We'll take a look at an example of this one by picture, but the included angle is important. It has to be the one included, meaning, again, if you kind of think of like a V, this is the included angle for this side and this side. So we've got that, okay? So here's a picture of this one, and you can see, okay, sorry, my font is a little big there, but MO is 8, MP is 8, so 8 and 8, 2 and 2, and then I'm telling you, you can't see it there, it says angle S. Sorry, I can try to figure this out here. Okay, so if I make that bigger, there you go. Angle S is congruent to angle M, or equal to angle M. So it's, again, really quick label. This side is congruent to this side. Sorry. And then this side is congruent to this side. Okay. And if you notice, they'll be proportional. 2 over 8 on this, 2 to 8, and then 2 to 8. They'll have the same ratio. Or sorry, I said it backwards. 8 to 2, 8 to 2. Okay. And then the angles. You have this angle here. Sorry about that. And then you have this angle over here. Okay, again, I know my symbols are wrong. It should be a little curve there. Sorry about that. Okay, but that's the order. You definitely want it to be, again, that kind of picture. Okay, and then last one. Similarity of triangles is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. We can go into details. We'll try again. I want you to just try your homework tomorrow. We're gonna slow down. Hopefully I'll be back, and I can go over some specifics, and then you'll have a worksheet just to practice a little bit more on some of that stuff. So again, notes quick. Okay, we'll talk about this example. It's a really fun one in class tomorrow, and but that's your homework. Okay, hopefully it's helpful. Again, just an intro to those things, just to walk you through very quickly, and notes real quick, but we will take some time tomorrow, again, to slow down, try to answer questions. So try to do this, do as many as you can. If you have questions from last night's homework, again, try to think through process. If you guys have an urgent question, you can email me, and I'll try to help you out. These are posted on RenWeb to take a look at. Again, most of them are in your book, so you can look at it there too. Okay, so we'll see you tomorrow, and good luck with that homework.